Yeah, hi guys. We're just going to do here a quick crypto video. Um, we are feeling a bit finger trigger happy. So since it's the weekend, we're going to definitely find a trade. Um, we're going to talk about the rate of change and how everything's the same, really. If we got the number board up and we looked at the rate of change, it's going to give you a numbers, percentage relative to the opening line, or if it's New York open for a particular asset class that only runs during New York, then the rate of change would start from that time when it opens, um, and then they'll give you the weekly rate of change. But you got to write that down, and you got to remember it, and then you've got to make sense of all of those rates of change relative to all the other currencies or asset classes, which that's how the guys used to do it in the old times. But we've got the charts right in front of us, so we don't need to do it that way anymore. So what have we got here? We'll go back, obviously, where we can see. I'll show you how we, just for any newcomers here, how we divide these up. We go back to from where we are here, and we go back to where we can see, and then we draw our line coming down on all of them, and that gives us on all of them, and that gives us the rate of which that currency is moving relative to the dollar during that time. And then what we do is we then divide it into half, divide the fractal up, and then we get another one here, and we draw that to where we can see, well, where current price is again. And what we can see here relative to this slope, the angle of that, and then what we can see here in this new angle that's forming. So we can see it's slowed down its angle. So this here is giving us a rate of change from here, this area, up to here, and that's an increase, a fairly rapid increase if you look relative to this line and this one here. What you've got here is this one's coming closer down. This is actually decreasing its rate of change relative to this one. So currently, even though we'd like to usually buy the weaker currency, given the fact that this local fractal here has actually increased, going down, decreased, we wouldn't want to buy XMR, BTC, USD yet. But relative to XMR, BTC would actually not be a bad option. And then after that is we then divide it again, and we go up again where we are, and we can see again this if we look here, this area, how it's decreasing or increasing up. So that is showing us this much rate of change overall, and locally we have this activity happening. So that would be a build up in BTC. And then we go and look here, and we see that the move is sideways, so that's not as strong as BTC. But what we've got here is quite a strong rise. But we have to be cautious because overall it is sideways. And then again here we have another one. So locally within this whole entire fractal we have strong. So this is two cases to be a buyer here, but based on the sidewaysness I wouldn't take that. Let's pull these over. So far I'd be a buyer in BTC. Oh, are we good here? Can we see this? No, we can't. Let me move the chart over 1 second. Yeah, that's all right. And we'll repeat the same thing again. Make sure I've put the lines on. Oh, I haven't, but we can do that just like this. That's fine. So the EOS, that is its rate of change overall. While when we divide it in half, it's pretty much the same. It's nothing to write home about. So we'll divide it again, and then we'll put our line. We'll just draw it because I kind of messed up there, but that's all right. We see the angle is strengthening. And I do like the fact that this is down, so there's probably some momentum in there. When it was sideways before, I'm thinking maybe it might continue to chop. It could do deeper pullbacks. This being down, well, mate, yeah. It would be I'd be really curious to see with this ETH how that pans out actually, with two strong ones within the overall sideways fractal, without bothering to look back in time on the larger 30-minute and all that. How will it pan out? Is it something that you could hold it for a decent amount of time? I don't know. I'd rather take this because it being down. It gives it more time for this to slowly start going like that. Right, so we can sit in here for more time while the overall picture changes. I'm not expecting it to bounce like that. No, we're expecting it to kind of do that up because of this. If this works, so this would just give you an idea. This probably would drag on for quite a decent amount of time, but it's something we can look at. What I would imagine is it's just going to go on for a few days, if indeed it wants to go up. We don't know about looking back here. We're not doing it. We're just looking at this area of time. We don't need to know about any support and resistance over in other areas. It's not relevant to us. So this angle is good. This is good. It's it's slowed down a tad. If we divide the fractal again, has it sped up or has it increased? I mean, not really. It's still about the same. So we wouldn't want to sell that. And this OMG is down while we got a bit of strength here. And if we divide this, got strong. So this is already strong, you know, and everything's against the dollar. So the because of this already being strong, it's going to help this out a bit. The EOS is showing us that it might want to go up soon. This is pretty strong. You know, back here we can argue that maybe we were coming up, but again, we're not going to do that. So I'd certainly, by looking at this, I would be a buyer against the dollar. Let's pull the other ones back. And then we know about, we just spoke here about the ETH. We'll do it. We'll just draw on it one more time. Then there's another chart we need to look at. You know, this is strong times 2. You know, this is quite good relative to the other ones. It's stronger than BTC, in fact. So this, you know, has just slowed. You can see it's gone sideways to down slightly. It's slowed relative to its original, well, this is the original path, but it's certainly slowed against the last known fractal. So, you know, that's going to help the case, build the case for the XMR to go up. I mean, I have, just right there, we've got two reasons, even though it's in a down model. So I'm happy to go ahead and, you know, and do a buy looking at this now. I know it's weakened, it's relative here, it's just slowing down its path. Well, there's a reason for that. Now we've looked at the rest of them. They're showing us their strength, their willingness to show a rate of change up. So it's just going to lighten this, make this easier. And, you know, this is good, but do we want to buy this up here? No, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm sold. Yeah, I'm sold on that. Let's just look here. Do we have anything more special on Neo? The original path was this angle here. We've gone from here. Oops, sorry. We can see it's slightly up, and then if we divide it again, it's not bad. And this is not exactly a strong down move, is it? So that just helps our case as well, I think. So we're going to go ahead with that. We obviously we don't trade BTC, guys. It's just no point. So on that note, we'll take an ETH for, and we're not going to do 2022. That's stupid. Okay, and then the other trade we want is that we sold ourselves into. It's clearly the XMR. Okay, and we're not going to bother setting a target on these because what I'm feeling like doing is, given the time that we have to trade these that we've just discussed, I think I'd be quite happy to you know, just hold them a few days and wait until we see rate of change in the other direction to suggest perhaps taking some profits. So I think that's what we're going to do on this, guys. Um, yeah, and check the blog. I put a video the other day about that. If you guys want updates, I am posting them in this blog here. In the event I can't be asked to make a video, let me just pull this up here. So you guys have the link. 1 second. See if this works. Yeah, all right, here it is. So that's it. You know, we posted these from last night, and then when we come out, we go to the other one from last night. That's suggesting a short, and then we have the results there, and then we had a new NJ long just for the New York session, and there was a pound 1-2 pound New Zealand in the video, which we discussed was a sell, reload sell here, and then that's it. We ran out of juice. It's 5 o'clock, so we couldn't be bothered with that. But that's what we're doing now. You guys can find it. It's obviously this is the blogger.com, and go daily FX balance, and you should be able to find this stuff here. I just made this a couple of days ago, so anyway, that's that. Anyway, guys, I will catch you later. Cheers.